Every day, millions of people open Google, watch YouTube, scroll Instagram, and chat on WhatsApp. And almost everyone believes this is the internet. But what if I told you that everything you use every day is just a tiny part of the internet? Imagine an iceberg floating in the ocean, only the tip is visible above the water. The massive hidden part lies beneath. The internet works almost the same way. The website we search on Google, the videos we watch, the news we read, they make up only a small portion of the entire internet. So, what's hiding underneath? Let's find out. The internet is divided into three layers. The first is the surface web. This is the internet we all use daily. Google, YouTube, Facebook, Amazon, Wikipedia. Search engines can find these websites easily. But beneath it lies something much bigger. It's called the deep web. Don't panic. The deep web isn't illegal. In fact, you are using it almost every day. Your Gmail inbox, your online banking, hospital records, college portals, company databases. None of these appear on Google because they are private. That's the deep web. And then there is the third layer, the dark web. Unlike the surface web, you can't simply tap a website name and open it. Dark web websites don't even end with .com. Many of them use .onion addresses and require special software like Tor to access them. Why was it built this way? To protect privacy. Yes, the dark web wasn't originally created for criminals. Its technology was developed to allow anonymous communications. Journalists working in dangerous countries, people living under strict governments, whistleblowers exposing corruption sometimes use anonymous networks to communicate safely. So the dark web itself isn't illegal, but anonymity has another side. When people believe nobody can identify them, some begin using that privacy for illegal activities. Over the years, hidden marketplaces appeared. Some sold stolen accounts, some sold hacked databases, some traded fake documents. Many of these websites have been shut down by the law enforcement across the world. But whenever one disappears, another often appears somewhere else. That's why the dark web gained its mysterious reputation. Here's something even more surprising. Many people confuse the deep web with the dark web. They are completely different. Deep web is simply private information protected by passwords. Dark web is hidden network intentionally designed to hide identities. Now imagine this. A company suffers a massive cyber attack. Millions of usernames, email addresses, and passwords are stolen. Those stolen details may eventually appear in hidden online marketplaces. This is why cybersecurity experts constantly advise people to use strong passwords, enable two-factor authentication, and never reuse the passwords everywhere. Because if one account is compromised, others can quickly follow. But here's an interesting part. The dark web isn't some magical place beyond the reach of the law. Around the world, cybercrime investigators continuously monitor illegal activities. Over the years, many large criminal marketplaces have been identified, investigated, and shut down. Some operators who believed they were completely anonymous were eventually arrested. Technology hides identities, but mistakes leave clues. Every digital action creates a trail somewhere. Movies often make the dark web look like a place filled with assassins, monsters, and impossible mysteries. Reality is usually less dramatic. Most hidden websites are inactive. Many disappears within weeks, and many stories circulating online are simply myths exaggerated for entertainment. The real danger isn't that ordinary people accidentally enter the dark web. The bigger danger is something much closer. Weak passwords, phishing emails, fake links, carelessly sharing personal information. These everyday mistakes can cause far more danger than the hidden internet itself. So, should you be afraid of the dark web? Not really. But you should understand it because knowledge is always stronger than fear. The internet is much larger than what appears on your screen. Some parts are public, some are private, and some remain hidden. Each exists for different reasons. The dark web isn't a horror story, it isn't a mythical underground kingdom either. It's simply another part of the internet, one that reminds us how powerful technology can be. The same technology that protects freedom can also be misused. In the end, technology itself is never good or bad. It's the people using it who decides what it becomes. And maybe the biggest mystery isn't the dark web at all. It's how little we truly know about the digital world we depend on every single day. Thank you for watching.